There's a new exam which is the talk of the town, and that is CELPIP, the Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program. This is the new test that has been going on in Canada for quite some time. It is conducted by the Paragon Testing Enterprises, the Paragon Testing Agency, which is a subsidiary of the University of British Columbia at Vancouver in British Columbia. This exam has been going on in Canada as one of the exams required for Canadian citizenship for PR holders. It is there in two forms, the CELPIP General and the CELPIP LS, which is specifically, the CELPIP LS is specifically for people who are searching for the citizenship, who are already permanent residents. Now the CELPIP General is the exam which is highly recognized by the IRCC as one of the major exams, as you might have noticed even while doing your CRS calculations on the internet, that it is the recognized exam for the Canadian PR or permanent residency purposes. And it is a new exam which is out there to compete with the already existing and highly popular International English Language Testing System, or the IELTS. Now what is CELPIP and why is this the new exam that is there? It's been going on worldwide for a very long time. You have got centers in New York, all throughout Canada, in Dubai, in Singapore, in the Philippines, and right now it started in India. And it's been 2 months since it started in India. It's held already 3 to 4 tests, and its only testing center is in Chandigarh currently, and they are looking to spread even beyond further. Now this test is a complete computer-based test. There's no writing that you have to do with your hands. There is no face-to-face speaking in terms of an interview. This is a complete CBT, and the entire test is held on the single day, where in one sitting you're doing all your sections, which is your listening, reading, writing and speaking. Now the scoring of this test is what is the interesting part. So in IELTS, usually the popular score that everybody does require is what everybody calls the 778 or an 8777. Now what is this score? This score is that you need an 8 in listening, a 7 in reading, a 7 in writing and a 7 in speaking, which comes to CLB 9. CLB is the Canadian language benchmark. Now only if you get a CLB 9, you get the highest amount of scores in your comprehensive ranking scheme system, the calculation for the points which is required for your PR in the express entry. But what CELPIP does better is it gives you the scores directly in CLB. So if you need a CLB 9, you need the score of 9, and CELPIP is scoring you from 0 till 12. 0, 1, 2 is minimal, then you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 which is effective, 10 which is highly effective, and 11 and 12 which is advanced. A CLB 10 in CELPIP is equivalent to in IELTS roughly around a 9 in listening, a 9 in speaking, 8.5 in reading and 7.5 in writing. This being a complete computer-based test comparatively gives many advantages, we can say, to the people who are appearing this exam, and the first batch of students who have appeared for this exam have found this exam very desirable, very practical and comparatively more adaptable for the Canadian PR purposes, and then they are finding it very interesting to go through with this examination. Now this exam does have one element to be taken under consideration, that it is based quite a lot on the Canadian or on the Western way of life. If you understand their way of life, I think this exam is very simple to crack, and we are going to do a series of video sessions from the Academy of British English, which is going to be to understand CELPIP versus IELTS, understanding the differentiation in reading, in writing, in speaking and even in listening. And we'll go through with these video sessions and together try to figure out what exam you should be giving for your Canadian PR dreams. Right? So happy studying from Academy of British English.